Stampin' friends, it's Ayana Johnston here with another check this out video tutorial. Today I want to show you how I made this thanks and giving card with the Lighthearted Leaves Stamp Set. You can get the supply list for this card on my blog at www.checkthisout.stampinup.net, and be sure to stop by my website for some more great ideas and some great customer order specials. Okay, so let's get started making this card. For this video tutorial, you'll just need one stamp set called the Lighthearted Leaves, and we'll be using the leaf right down below here, as well as the sentiment up here to the right, and the one in the kind of middle to the left. For stamp sets, stamp pads, we'll be using three. We'll be using the Memento Tuxedo Black, the Rich Raspberry, and the Daffodil Delight. We'll also be needing a Stampin' Right marker. We'll be using the Cajun Craze. For cardstock, you'll need the following. You'll need a piece of Tangelo Twist cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then you'll also need another sheet of the Tangelo Twist, and this one you'll want to cut at 3 inches by 4.5 inches. You'll be needing 2 pieces of Whisper White. One of the Whisper Whites is for the inside of the card, cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. Then this one you're going to want to cut at 2 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. You're going to need a piece of the Into the Woods Designer Series paper. This sheet of paper you're going to want to cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. Then in that same series of designer paper, we're going to want to use this design, and we'll need 4 sheets of paper. 2 of them are going to be cut at 1 inches by 4 inches, and these 2 will be cut at 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And then last, you're going to need a scrap piece of Whisper White. So first we're going to start with our scrap piece of Whisper White. What we're going to want to do is sponge around the Whisper White. I'm going to sponge around it with Rich Raspberry, then Daffodil Delight, and then I'll probably come back in with both to mix it up just a little bit. Okay, now once I'm done sponging all around there, and I know you can see some circles, which is fine, because we're going to go ahead and make a leaf stamp with this. And we're going to go ahead and randomly stamp, so that way you won't see those when you go ahead and cut out your leaf. So next we're going to take our leaf stamp with our Memento Tuxedo Black, and we're going to want to stamp 6 leaves. Once you've stamped all of your 6 leaves, you're going to want to go ahead and use the leaflet framelits. Use this small leaf that goes with that leaf that we just stamped out, and we're going to want to run this through our big shot for each leaf. And I've already done this to save some time. Next, you're going to want to take your big shot and these Lots of Labels framelits, and we're going to want to take like the 3rd and 4th size up framelit, and we're going to want to go ahead and cut out shapes with our piece of Whisper White and our piece of Tangelo Twist. With the larger framelit, you want to cut out the Tangelo Twist, and the smaller one in the Whisper White. So I'll go do that and I'll be right back. Now that I have my 2 shapes, I'm going to go ahead and use my sentiment. I'm going to stamp it in Rich Raspberry, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Now you could have stamped your sentiment before you cut that out. It's up to you. Next, I'm going to take the leaf that I used to stamp out the other leaf images. I'm going to color in the inside flower with some Cajun Craze, and I'm going to stamp the top and the bottom. Next, I'm going to just take some more rich raspberry and ink around the edges. Now that I have all my pieces all stamped, ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and adhere all these pieces to my card base with some snail adhesive and then some Stampin' Dimensionals. One more thing I have to mention though is you're going to want to add some Designer Series washi tape, and this is actually from the Happy Hauntings washi tape, and I'm going to use my 1-inch strip of Designer Series paper by 4 inches and adhere some washi tape on here, and then I'm going to adhere it to my card base. And then last, I'm going to go ahead and take some Pearl Basic Jewels, and I'm going to adhere them in all of the center pieces of my flower. And there you go. And for those of you that like to go ahead and stamp the inside of your cards, which I always love to stamp the inside of my cards, I would take the extra sheet of the Whisper White that you cut and the Designer Series paper and just adhere them on the outside with some extra washi tape, and then I stamp my sentiment, "So grateful for you," with the leaf on the inside of the card. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out my blog, and happy stamping!